stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars. Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Yes, you look like you can take a beating. Ah, a blunt force trauma specialist. I might have a job for you. What I wouldn't pay to see you challenge the chairman to fisticuffs. Yes, I should pick someone likely to survive a hail of gunfire. I can be reasonably sure you know how to add and subtract.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down to 90%. Hip drive
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck! Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go. frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time. You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's Choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell? This...
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed! Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. You out of your mind? No way. Once we've dealt with these marauders, I'm hunting that sick freak down. I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son. Well, sometimes. Management's real good at cost-benefit. You know what? You're right. It's time.
Here we go.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. Jettison procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne. I understand. I will require some time to process this information. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain. Well done. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating high-capacity power regulators are sometimes. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered. Thank you. I appreciate your best of luck in your search. I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really. Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown. The ship's engines cannot be powered until a replacement regulator has been properly installed. If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hef- Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. Edgewater's not too far. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for outside. By those walls. You ought to know that. I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
The grease monkey? Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson. Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Yes. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be...
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it. There's a power regulator. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the Botanical District over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can... I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are... The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time...
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I mean, if that's all right with you, Miss...
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talent. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant.
Great!
Well, I am glad to hear that.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec? Sorry. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters. On account of it's his job. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Life's hard here, especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think... That's what my dad used to say anyways. Heading back. Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders.
Something. That's on account of how. I don't rightly know. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Vale a few months. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here. Well, I don't know about normal. Dad said she worked under some kind of special It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers. This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens.
Wish we had some better rations.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Welcome to the Spacer's Choice Constabulary. We are Halcyon's leading brand in frontier justice. The office is writing up promotion. Purchase 3 criminal investigations and the 4th one's free. Know how to carry your... Cross them off and bring me their fingers. Just 1 per marauder, please. I'll dust off the old finger. His likeness decorates many a wanted poster. Do you have any relevant information about this individual? You are correct. An outstanding bounty has been posted for information pertaining... I am obliged to warn you against forming acquaintanceships, friendships, partnerships, or any felicitous... I am also obliged to inform you of our referral program. For every criminal you refer to... I am obliged to remind you that questioning the veracity of the board's orders is a punishable offense. Consider this your last warning. Wells has been wanted for as long as the board decides he has been wanted. This decision will be made in accordance with Wells's behavior upon arrest. Unfortunately, the arrest of Mr. Wells falls outside my authority. I enforce the company policy of Spacer's Choice in the region of Emerald Vale. Wells is wanted by the board. If you have information related to the location of... Something to report?
Something you need?
Interesting. If this is a setup to a joke, you should know I've never found... I don't serve Edgewater. Edgewater and the entire region of Emerald Vale serves Spacer's Choice. Spacer's Choice is a wholly owned subsidiary of Universal Defense Logistics, which occupies a seat on the Halcyon Hold, also known as the Board. I must admit it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me. The bureaucracy is a noble profession.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back.
Keep your distance, friend.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got work.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since... Ask her.
I won't touch anything while we're in.
Go. Plague? I don't know anything about a plague. We are the very picture of hot-blooded physical... You have got the wrong eye. Some of us who get sick are liable to survival of the fittest. It ain't just a law of medical treatment is commensurate with our value to society. Spacer's Choice will dispense medicine for the indispensable worker. Then the hand of medical science will not grace you with... Listen, you mind if we talk... Music?
I've always felt weird in here. It's too...
Hey there,
clean.
Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
You mean about... I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by... Real machines have gunked up oil. Scratch. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a... Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, There was a kind of a thing. Not intentional. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of Zero G rolling out the front door and into the... It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltoon. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of Zero G? Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Roast. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town? Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty universal here, except for Ms. Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all.
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of Yes. I must double my efforts to elevate. Yes. And thank you for pointing it out. It is... You want... I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. Depriving them of safety... I can see why that Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as... If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical... I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies out... My retrieval efforts have... It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Thank you. If you...
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love... the wind here.
Here they come!
Searching for repair bay?
I could probably fix that. Take your time. You need help, just... Yep, I see the problem. There we go. Jeremy's good as new.
Navigation systems operation.
I don't reckon Jeremy...
Spacer's Choice reminds all colonists that serving the Spacer's Choice
Be more careful out... You're fast. You can see the whole world from here. I always wanted to poke around in here. Incoming!
processing data. Security patrol initiated. Sys sweeping.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Sis perform.
Here they come! We made it! Mr. Thompson said to talk with Miss McDevitt before doing anything here? Incoming! That's the last of them! Incoming!
Clinic security. Now switching to garbage disposal mode.
Got it. Heads down.
Processing.
Incoming! Bouncing off!
You're not real. You're not real. Go away, Phantom. No, 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 just leave me alone. Get away! You're not real. You're not real. You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. See, Higgins? Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer. Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as I specialized in automechanics. Oh, before. Definitely before. Sisty Pig Tycoonery was... What's... Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the Mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. You know, you remind me of myself back when I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other and... Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're... There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options... Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. The tail. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of... Braised. Boiled. You mean what? I was on cleaning duty.
Mind the steam. You're loud.
Level neutralized. Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation system. It's not the best choice. It's hostile actions towards Spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion, all hostile in compliance with Spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Affirmative. Mechanicide.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Process sweep.
No! With us. Down they go!
Halt.
Watch out! You're liable to get scalded. Incoming! That's the last of them!
Halt. Sir.
Watch out!
System.
Woo! We made it!
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble. I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for. Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophical. Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing... If you're gonna start wandering around my camp. Over in the hothouse. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind. Explains why you're No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named... It's not like... Can't imagine... Could do without the... I'll tell you what... Vex me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got... Little ways ago. Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and... She was... What...
Where are we headed?
you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies. Keep your wits about you, friend.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way? Fresh off.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies. Hey! That's against regulation! What do you think you're doing? Do what you want, I guess.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear? I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that... Let's hear it. Make amends. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine. he would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans? Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip 'em out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap space. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of over...
He was tired all the time, sure, but...
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company.
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed, no. I trust you.